To my great fellow Americans, I am filled with grief and anger at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk on a college campus in Utah. Charlie inspired millions, and tonight, all who knew him and loved him are united in shock and horror. Charlie was a patriot who devoted his life to the cause of open debate and the country that he loved so much, the United States of America. He fought for liberty, democracy, justice, and the American people. He's a martyr for truth and freedom, and there's never been anyone who was so respected by youth. Charlie was also a man of deep, deep faith, and we take comfort in the knowledge that he is now at peace with God in heaven. Our prayers are with his wife, Erica, the two young, beloved children, and his entire family, who he loved more than anything in the world. We ask God to watch over them in this terrible hour of heartache and pain. This is a dark moment for America. Charlie Kirk traveled the nation, joyfully engaging with everyone interested in good faith debate. His mission was to bring young people into the political process, which he did better than anybody ever, to share his love of country and to spread the simple words of common sense. On campuses nationwide, he championed his ideas with courage, logic, humor, and grace. It's a long past time for all Americans and the media to confront the fact that violence and murder are the tragic consequence of demonizing those with whom you disagree day after day, year after year, in the most hateful and despicable way possible. For years, those on the radical left have compared wonderful Americans like Charlie to Nazis and the world's worst mass murderers and
then
criminals.
all these cards are actually
This kind of rhetoric is directly responsible for the terrorism that we're seeing in our country today, and it must stop right now. My administration will find each and every one of those who contributed to this atrocity and to other political violence, including the organizations that fund it and support it, as well as those who go after our judges, law enforcement officials, and everyone else who brings order to our country. From the attack on my life in Butler, Pennsylvania last year, which killed a husband and father, to the attacks on ICE agents, to the vicious murder of a healthcare executive in the streets of New York, to the shooting of House Majority Leader Steve Scalise and 3 others, radical left political violence has hurt too many innocent people and taken too many lives. Tonight, I ask all Americans to commit themselves to the American values for which Charlie Kirk lived and died, the values of free speech, citizenship, the rule of law, and the patriotic devotion and love of God. Charlie was the best of America, and the monster who attacked him was attacking our whole country. An assassin tried to silence him with a bullet, but he failed, because together we will ensure that his voice, his message, and his legacy will live on for countless generations to come. Today, because of this heinous act, Charlie's voice has become bigger and grander than ever before, and it's not even close. May God bless his memory, may God watch over his family, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. I was going to do like a whole earnings show and talk about, the stock market and all the nonsense out there. But there is equally more nonsense in this world about this assassination of Charlie Kirk that I can't get over. I can't even stand up today, guys. I don't have it in me. I don't have it in my legs and my knees. I'm numb. I was in the middle of Target and my phone went off, and I didn't know that I didn't know what I was about to watch. Right? It was in my messages, and I had missed a phone call, and And I was like, what? I got a message and now I missed a phone call. Like what is this? Like I'm busy, man. I'm living life. And it was a 4-second video. And I thought it was fake. I go, oh, that must be AI. That's like my instant, where my brain went. I'm like, oh, these guys are messing around the internet again. And I saw the video a second time. I pushed play. What the hell did I just watch? And I hear the question asked. I see the gunshot go in the body. I see him lean over, and I just see a jugular just gushing blood. And I instantly said, this isn't real. But at the same time, I said, there's no way he's surviving that. So when reports come out and they're like, oh, he's in critical condition, or he's in stable condition, or they have him at the hospital, I'm just like, God, stop all that. Like, what is this? Like, what are we doing? We're attacking men for having different viewpoints than your own. Assassinating, not attacking, I apologize. Murdering men. I have like very rigid political stance. You guys know I'm conservative. I only lean left. I do all those things. And my light just went. I have this new lighting system in this room for the show, and it's not. I don't know. It's a good light. I just got to see how to really save it and work it. But anyway, I was like, this can't be real. This just can't be real. Like, you took a man who's 32, 33 years old, and you murdered him, assassinated him, and you wanted the world to see. So, it's all over the news. It's everywhere. And then you see, I thought about Butler. I was like, oh man, they tried this on Trump, and they're not gonna stop it. But it's worse than that. This is worse than the Trump shooting, obviously, because this man passed away and died. That's not what I mean by it's worse. It's so bad because people are celebrating. I picked up my son from school, and I'm heartbroken for Charlie and his family. I'm so thankful I get to see my son. I go, son, did you see what happened to Charlie Kirk? And he goes, Dad, it's all over the school. He's like, those groups of kids cheering, celebrating. And I was like, what? I was like, are you serious? So you guys will see, I posted videos on TikTok. I posted videos on YouTube. And I'm in my truck. But my son's with me. You guys just don't know it. I'm making the videos in front of my son on purpose. Because I want him to know what it's like to value something, value your life. I could never marginalize what happened. Where TV hosts are like, oh, this is the game you play. You say things that are hateful and harmful. You might, violence might come your way. That's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous that it's condoned. The House of Representatives really just changed my life today. And I'll cuss all I want. I'm telling you now, when they tell me who it was, they asked on the floor, they said, can we have a moment of silence for Charlie Kirk? Hell yeah, we can. He's a political activist. I'm gonna tell you guys something. If you don't view this like MLK getting assassinated, I'm telling you. You get Malcolm X get assassinated? Sure. Oh, it's not that big? Oh, it's that big. It's a different walk of life. There are more people watching Charlie Kirk videos than there were people marching in the streets for the civil rights movement. You don't know the influence of social media. You guys got to know. This man was indoctrinating Christianity, conservatism, family ties. He was doing it all. He was doing it all at the youth level. You know why Trump won the presidency? Because of Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was going around from campus to campus, getting kids to register to vote, watch his videos and pump out the right information. He's promoting Christianity. He's promoting family life. Yeah, he has his viewpoints. And some people find him offensive. Certainly if you're on the left and you don't agree with them, I get it. I do get it. Don't get me wrong. I get it. Left, But why are all the mass shootings happening against right-leaning things? All the violence in the world is against the conservatives. Why? Why is it just liberal violence, tolerance, right? You preach tolerance, zero tolerance. And yet conservatives swallow their pride, and we forgive. You try to assassinate Trump, and there were no riots. There was no vandalism, no dragging down the streets. There was no all lives matter. Nothing, none of this bullshit. Because we need to be the ideal party for this country. We need to be the ones that have to heal the country back together. Because did you see what happened over the last 20 years? I can tell you, I've been living it. I've been living here. I've been watching this world churn, not turn, churn. Now you assassinate Charlie. You assassinate the voice of the youth. And it's okay. It's okay. I've got people in the House of Representatives that yelled out, no! When they said, we need a moment of silence for Charlie Kirk. They said no. Let me get this right. You're a representative in the House of Common Law. And a citizen in your country died exercising his First Amendment right. He was assassinated. And you're going to say no to it. But we got to have a moment of silence every time some Tom, Dick, and Harry dies in your town because of old age. They lived a fruitful life. I've seen it. My own representatives here where I live go over there and walk in the house, and they go, excuse me, we can take a moment of silence for Peggy Sue. She lived 86 years, and she was a homemaker. So, good for her. I'm happy. Let's go ahead and recognize it. Let's recognize Charlie. How dare you to marginalize and trivialize this man's worth? His family was at the venue. Let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk about the two kids that he has that had to watch their father get assassinated by a madman with a gun. Oh, it's a gun law issue from what I hear. I've got a gun right here next to me. I've got a gun on me 90% of the time. I'm going to tell you what you don't have to worry about. You don't ever have to worry about me assassinating somebody. I value my own life, and I value the protection of my family. It's the only reason why I have a firearm. I got a firearm because, why? Because I got a lot of looky-loos online, a lot of crazy dudes who roll up on me, record me at work. Oh, guys, snap me at work, take pictures, boom, boom, boom. Approach me to fight me because I have a different opinion than them. And they confuse the two. Online information versus real life. Got to answer to it. And it's a shame that their children, Erica and Charlie's children, had to be there. It was his first stop of his tour. It was going to be a glorious event. And yes, allegedly the shooter announced that he was going to kill him, that there was going to be something big. You've heard 3 ridiculous things happen on MSNBC already. If you have not heard, one guy said, well, we don't know what the cause, or it was a guy or a girl, I don't know. We don't know what the cause of the shooting was. Maybe it was somebody on the right celebrating and their gun went off. That's absolutely ridiculous. The man was shot in the jugular by a high-powered rifle. I could hear it. I could hear it. I'm not looking around at the crowd. By the way, the crowd, half of them don't like him. They're not reacting the way you want them to, the way I would. Then you see the video. I don't know if you guys have seen the video of the guy recording someone walking across the roof of another building, and then he lays down in the prone position. The hell? Why? And this is minutes, hours before the actual shooting happens, whatever. I don't care. Why are we not alerting everybody? This shit can't happen around me, guys. Word to the wise, word to the left, the intolerant, the despicable. Word to you guys, I will say this clearly. If you lay down in a prone position next to me or within my eyesight, there's going to be some furniture moving. I'm not quiet. I rant. They recorded it. We'll record that for future reference. That's what they said in the video. What are the odds Omar can hit that shot? Everybody can, Rooney. Rooney, you got a rifle? You're from the top down? And I'm not saying it was that guy. That's not how I'm going to say it. Because who is asking the question? The question was about trans mass shootings. Who was asking the question? I got somebody here in the chat in all caps. He says, he deserved it. Glad he's gone. I'm not even going to block or ban you from the show. I'm not going to do that to you. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to let people see who you are. I'm going to let people click on your profile and find out who you are. And they might not find out today. They might not find out tomorrow. You might hide your identity. But eventually you're going to slip up. You're going to post a video of where you're at and what you're doing. Don't worry. Don't worry. You're all tough online. You're all tough in messages and chit chat, all this shit. That was a father. It might be nobody to you. He might be the worst speaker in the world. You might hate him forever. He's got children, man. He's an everything to someone. And zero empathy from you. Zero. Because you have... me wishing violence on the viewer. Is that what you think I'm doing? The man just said he's happy Charlie got assassinated. And I'm letting you know there's consequences for the things you say. Flat out. Flat out. Did you guys see the teacher who posted a video of her dancing and celebrating and said Charlie's dead? I'd hate to see her employer in the morning. Yep. Crazy people don't get this upset over school shootings. The hell we don't. The hell we don't. When kids get shot, are you kidding? I run 2 gunshots. I don't run from them. Very upset. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, what are you guys trying to prove? I don't care about kids. What is this shit? I'm a Capit investigator. A Capit investigator. A graduate of Capit school. Do you even know what that is? I'll give you time to Google. Go for it. I don't care about children. I have 5 of my own. Child abuse prevention interrogation. Look it up. You're going to tell me I don't care about kids. Why? Because I vote for the Second Amendment? Yeah, I vote for the Second Amendment. I've been to countries without guns. I've been with countries where they can overtake you with a baseball bat and a couple of knives. You're welcome. Seeing the assassination video, I cried immediately. It's just so heartbreaking, can't believe it. I'm with you, Hant. I'm with you again. You vote for school shootings. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. That's how it's so black and white with you kids, man. It really is. Charlie said we made a huge mistake passing the Civil Rights Act. Yeah. That's what it was. So he should die. He should die. You're absolutely right. Assassinating Charlie Kirk really solved the problem. Let me tell you what you guys just did. You guys amplified it. You guys put a megaphone on it. You guys put gasoline and lighter fluid on it. You think you're going to walk that fine line. I'm telling you now. You guys don't know this life, man. You guys don't get it. You guys think that you can just go out there and kill somebody and there's no consequences for it. And I'm not promoting violence. That's not what I'm doing. I'm promoting awareness. Situational awareness. How could you hate America? Charlie's America. Let me know the last time a liberal got assassinated. Here, I'll play the game with you. What was the last time a liberal got assassinated in your lifetime? An attempted assassination? How about an attempted ass whooping? Anybody? No? I didn't think so. It's gross. No, these guys on TikTok are ridiculous. Kennedy Kennedy was a liberal and he was assassinated. Kennedy slept around. Kennedy had plenty of foreign nonsense going on. We get it. We know we killed him, right? Allegedly. The CIA did it. Or was it Lee Harvey Oswald? Or was it Jack Ruby after the fact trying to cover it up? I mean, what was going on there? Did we land on the moon? Did that happen within the same decade as well? All around the distraction of what was Vietnam. No, we just start wars for no reason, guys. That's what we do. We started a war to hide up the Great Depression and start producing shit. And then we invented 20 departments. The Department of what? You guys tell me. It was welfare, Social Security. It was everything just to go ahead and what? Repair the country? No. You guys are going to tell me these people ruined it? Charlie Kirk was just a dude who sat there and enlightened people and spoke the scripture. He was a damn angel. If he would have survived this shooting, he would have been considered a saint. He would have been in sainthood. Do you understand that? That's how close he was to sainthood. Survived the shooting. That's a miracle in itself. The miracle is he lasted this long, apparently, because you guys wanted him gone a long time ago. Satanhood. Look at you kids, man. All typing behind keyboards. You refuse to do your own live streams, put your face up, show what you got to say. None of you do it. None of you do it. You click with faceless names, man. And TMZ, Harvey Levin, TMZ, they were cheering and celebrating before they made the announcement. The staff was cheering and celebrating. I'll never give them a click. I never do anyway, but I'll make sure everybody else knows not to give them one. Yeah, Victor, that's what's going to happen. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, Vic, okay? You're going to have to shoot me to shut me up. You're going to have to shoot me dead in the jugular. All of you. I'm never going to stop. Till the day I die, I'm never going to stop. You said name the last time a demo was assassinated, and it gave one 3 months ago. What? Hold on. Did anybody shoot at Barack Obama? Anybody get at Joe Weekend at Bernie's? Nobody? How about Kamala Harris? No? ALC ever get run through? Nobody says hi to her. My dudes are getting shot at. Can't believe this. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Politics are never so serious that somebody should be taking a shot. Absolutely. I blocked TMZ a while ago. They're on my block list right now. Another quote, when you deliberately distort and selectively present the truth, you lie. Charlie Kirk. I lost my dad at 10 years old, and I'm praying for these little girls. I'm telling you, Mr. Brown. I'm telling you, it's so sick. It's so disgusting. I was watching every video. I was reading every comment, and there are some sick-ass people on this planet. When somebody loses their life, and I already told you, you have to give it what it deserves. Respect, space, and time. All of these guys are gross. God is there. God is good. You know, this whole idea of transgender being the issue, and they're violent or whatever. Nah, that's not how I view it. I don't view it at all. I don't. I have transgenders in my family. Who cares? I don't care who you want to be. I don't care who you want to love. I'm not frowning upon it. I'm not voting against it. I don't care. I don't care who you fornicate with. Doesn't matter. I respect your opinion, and I respect that you can have that opinion and that freedom. That's why I live in the country. That's why I have one of these. Hey, all you in the chat, you got one of these? Let me ask you got one of these? We'll read it with you. For being selected as the 8th MP Brigade Soldier of the Year. Yeah. How the hell do you get one of those? Your ass better be somebody. Protect your country against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And it kills me, man. It kills me because I don't care what you want to do. I've got a brother who's gay. I got another brother who does what he wants to do. I got a cousin who went to college. came home and said they wanted to be somebody else. Guess what? Who cares? Do whatever you want. That doesn't give you a license to kill. And if it were my son, and if it were my children, I would be condemning it even more so because I raised them that way, or because I couldn't influence them enough to be doing the right thing when everyone's watching. And here we go. We're mad. We're mad because we lost an election. That you mad because you lost? You know what's so despicable about liberals? Let me tell you what's so despicable. And I'll put them all together. I don't care. Listen to me about you hateful people. Republicans, conservatives, lost an election. Hi, we had an election stolen, without a doubt. You know how I know it was stolen? Because I'm really good at deductive reasoning. Considering the fact that there was 10 more million Democrats vote in 2020 than they did in 2024. Oh, it's mail-in voting. No, bitch. It's manipulation. We get it. But guess what? We took it. We took it on the chin. Or is it 2016, not 2020? Sorry. Anyway, or no, it was, huh? I'm in 2025 already. Holy shit, it was 2020. Look at this. I live in the Twilight Zone. Anyway, so to all my people on YouTube and all my people on TikTok, isn't this crazy that we could lose an election and we just say, okay. All right. Hey, you got this one, bro. That's cool. The ball doesn't lie. Truth will prevail. And we win the next one because of Charlie. We win because of Charlie. And this is what they do. They knew that they can't win. Let me tell you what you can't win. You can't win the next cycle and the next cycle. The Liberal Party is melting away right now. And I'm going to make sure that Charlie's spirit carries on, his legacy, his words carry on for the rest of my life. I'm not joking with you guys. I've got a following. I've got 20-something thousand here on TikTok. I got another 15 over here on YouTube. What's that? I don't know. Another over there. I got 40,000 people to talk to, and I'm going to talk. And I'm going to talk. And I'm going to tell you why I'm going to talk. Because I left it alone. When my employer got on my shit about filming a Trump rally, and they're like, well, you can't have that sense. And I was like, all right, man, I'm not going to fight them. Fuck it. I got to get paid. It's my house. It's my life. It's my wife, you know. I got my family to feed. I'm not going to get mad that they're mad that I have a stance. I just wanted to go experience a Trump rally. Is that it? And it was 1 mile away from my front door. Literally 1 mile away from my front door. I could walk, and I was there. Why wouldn't I go? But you posted online, and you talked about it, you know. Yeah. We lost the last election. What do I care? And I can't even tell you we lost. Right? We. I don't know about this we shit. Because I voted for Obama. Or did I? Or maybe I wanted to. Couldn't remember. Because I was like, maybe we want some change. I just served under under Bush. Maybe we want some change. But I ask you, are we trying to kill people? And then, of course, everybody's just stepping over the fact that he's a Christian, that he has children and a wife, and they have to mourn the death of their father in front of them. All of you out there, when your parents pass, you do it in private, and you mourn, and you cry at the hospital bed, and it's still a shock to you, right? They took that man's life. He influenced so many of our youth to be good Christian conservatives. How sad. Rest in peace, Charlie. I'm telling you, man, his voice was going to win the next 20 elections. He was that strong. He won the election for Trump. He changed the way you fight it. He took the fight to the people. He took the truth to the people. He walked that walk. He talked that talk. He didn't just say it behind a camera. That man went to the people in front, and he took the risk. He took the risk of anything happening, like today, because there's evil out there. You can't avoid the evil. Are you going to fight the evil? You're going to confront the evil? Sure. But there's people on the other side that need to hear these conversations. They need to hear this message. That's why Charlie's there. Charlie's debating children, knowing they're children. Think about that for a second, because I understand what you've been taught. I understand your viewpoint, but let me give you something to think about. And now they don't want to think about it. You hear that, Victor? You hear that, Victor? That's twice that you've talked about. You don't realize that I'm live on YouTube, Victor? I got 5 times the amount of people you'll ever have in any of your live streams over there. That's the difference, Victor. Okay? So while you're sitting there falling asleep, not giving out the attention that it needs, there's some kids out there that can't sleep. I'd rather stay up all night talking about this shit just so those kids can sleep a little tighter. Because they don't get to. They don't get tucked into bed at night. They don't get to say, Dad, come give me a kiss. They never get to do it ever again. And you're a fucking punk that probably doesn't have any kids. You don't understand what it means to be a parent. Before Charlie Kirk is a conservative, he stands for all these things. Before he's any of that, he's a dad. He's a father, which was a gift from God. Have you ever seen how a child is conceived, born, nurtured? You've got to give credit to that. It's a miracle in itself. Every baby born is a miracle. And to take the life of a baby that blossoms into this beautiful man with the right words and the eloquent way to just articulate everything, you took his life away. And you think I'm going to be silent about it? You're out of your damn mind. I don't even want to talk the stock market. You know, I talk the stock market every day. All I do is, hey, guys, welcome back. Welcome back to Marantz Rantz. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. Imagine if you woke up one day and I don't get to say that. Imagine if my kids push play on my videos because they want to hear my voice again. Because they can't talk to me anymore. That's what those kids have to do. And it's terrible. And to see it how it happened. They wanted that for Trump, guys. They wanted Trump's head blown up in front of the cameras so the whole world could see. And they didn't get it. So the more you talk about this, the more you push about it and condone violence, the more I'm going to talk about it. You think it's enough, guys? Let me ask you, all my people over there on YouTube, you guys really think that killing one man is enough to change it for the better for you? You think the liberal media and these idiot kids who cheer when a father dies, you think that his death is enough for them to be scared out of their minds? Nah. They don't just want one. They want them all. They want them all. You have a high-powered rifle from a vantage point that you can, with the amount of velocity and energy of any bullet, a 5.56 millimeter round, that I don't care what it is, it will tear through a person, a body. There's no surviving that. the amount of energy off that weapon was on purpose. You see, you got a bullet, right? You got a little 9 millimeter, guys, and you're within like 50 meters. It starts to lose its energy after 50 meters. It's on a straight trajectory. It actually slows down, and bullets come out of the gun up and then down. Just remember that whenever you're targeting something from 300 meters away, the bullet goes up and then down to the spot. But when you got a rifle and your vantage point is up top and you got a 60-degree downswing, your energy and momentum is unlike anything you've ever seen. And if it tags, it's tags, and it's over, guys. This is not, hey, I think we should shoot him. I think we should scare him. What if we miss? Yeah, no. Perfect timing on the question, perfect timing on the shot. Tell me who asked the question. That's the first thing I want to know. And show me all the videotapes of how this guy got to the roof. There's got to be cameras. It's a university. They're shooting missiles at people. Give me the mic. Trav, you want to talk? Or no? Are you just sending me that? Okay. Well, thank you for the for the thing. I don't care. I'll invite you people to talk over here on TikTok. I know all night. I have a ton of people on YouTube watching, so I feel like we can get a little bit of the message across. Yeah, sorry, Sergio. Been live for 35 minutes. Sad world do we live in. Do you believe it was a sniper? Nah, you know what I think, man? It's hard to come at it like that. But I think that secrets get leaked out and people don't know the truth. And this has nothing to do with the Epstein files. I want to make that very clear. Nobody gives a shit about the Epstein list. Every time you hear the Epstein list, just remember, whenever they go, oh, Epstein, just think this. Oh, private equity, stock market. Got it. Okay, cool. Oh, we're about to dump some stock. We're about to go ahead and take some profits off the top. Bitcoin's going to tank. Let's talk Epstein. Let's go. Boom. Private equity controls that story. Private equity controls the media. It's so gross. I feel better knowing I invested into the right people, Marantz. You're a good man. Thank you, Dr. Magento. Thank you. You know, I was doing my taxes today. And that's why I said I'm going to be AFK. I'm doing some paperwork. I'm doing some stuff. And the tax bill that I got was shook my soul. It shook my heart. It really did. I said, how? How am I going to be able to do this? And then I remembered. I said, oh, okay. Well, not only do I have God, I have a wife that motivates me, that keeps me grounded, that we're going to make it. We're going to figure this out, right? And I know Charlie has Erica, and I know they're the best possible couple ever. You guys should see them. If you watch the videos and the way they interact, and she's in his corner, he's doing a speech, and she's right there supporting him. That when Trump got announced the winner of the election, he just cried and put his head down because he knew how hard he worked from city to city, from site to site. Like, people have to know how this election was won. It was won with the youth vote. It was won with the TikTok, the streams, and go to these podcasts and talk to Aiden and talk to everyone else you can. And Charlie started that idea. Charlie starts all these movements. People have to know. It's Charlie, guys. Charlie is in that inner circle. You're flying on Air Force One, but you're doing the fight from a different angle. You have a podcast. You have influence. You talk to the youth and you promote the right things. I will tell you right now, if you ever want to tear apart a society, you can name the laws but never enforce them. That right there tears apart a society, right? Another part is you can break apart the family idea of a family, of a safe family, of a mother and father raising their kids. Whole idea of I got to be independent, I don't need a man, I'll raise my kids and they're going to be great and all this. That's bullshit. Charlie promotes family. He promotes Christianity. He promotes being conservative, sure. It doesn't always have to be one way. This guy lives by his code of ethics and his laws and the way he feels about the Bible. Do I agree everything? No. But I'll tell you what I do agree with. I agree that he should not be assassinated for having an opinion. But what the left failed to do, and what the left tried to do, was silence someone who's going to be their adversary for the next 40 years. Charlie Kirk was going to kick your ass for 40 years. He could have run for president in 20 years. Maybe 10 years, maybe 5 years. He's only 33, got to be 35. But he had a stance. He had a following. He had people that would listen. And when you have the ear of the people, liberals find a way to try to mute that voice. The rogue politician, that everybody hates the rogue politician. Well, guess what? That's who's our president. He's the rogue politician. But they adopted him as a Republican just to get that vote. But he's still rogue. He's still doing things outside the norm. I've been through a couple of recessions. I lived through the 92 recession. Obviously, the 2001 affected me, 2008 and 9 affected me, and COVID affected me personally. And every time there's been some massive tragedy or some blame to why things happen. I know it's about to get rough out here, guys. They're about to lower interest rates, and people think that's going to spark some type of growth in the top line of GDP, and it's not. It's going to promote stagflation, and you'll have about a year or two to figure out just how bad it's going to get. And maybe in that year or two, you would have had an election cycle roll through, and you'd be prepping for the next election. And then that's when you'd be hearing Charlie Kirk tell you to value the things like God and family in that order. But instead, they killed him. And when I say they killed him, people are going to be like, hey, it was just one man. It was just one gun. Guns are evil, not people. But they don't understand the rhetoric they push. Van Jones comes out and talks that bullshit. Right now in the press and the AP, they're allowed to write text. When they write the word white, it's lowercase. When they write the word black, it's uppercase. I'm saying why? Guys, I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm brown. It's how you're taught things, guys. It's widely known that George Soros funnels money to these associations to fund the misfortunate and or the phobias of the world so that our country develops to hate each other. George Soros, go look it up. It's the money behind it all. Then you ask yourself, okay, well, if we're not going to prosecute the founders, if we're not going to prosecute the money, then why the hell do I need a Jeffrey Epstein list? Why do I need a list of who actually paid for the riots and the fires? I don't need any of it. We're not going to prosecute. We're just going to live under this umbrella of acting like we don't know. So you killed Charlie. You know, MAGA Dog Walker. I'm on YouTube right now. I see you, and I read what you wrote, and you're trying to be funny. Trying. Over here on TikTok, where all the kids hang out, this person, go ahead and click on his profile. Check him out. He'll slip up one day. MAGA Dog Walker. He wrote, "Can we all agree Charlie lost the debate?" Charlie won the debate. Remember what I told you guys? I told you guys a long time ago. I used to have private equity walk into my job and attack me openly. Smear me all over the internet, drag my name through the mud, make my life impossible. Because I started exposing how bankruptcies were happening in America. And even when I exposed it, they still shunned it. They pushed it under the rug. They sent Ian Carroll in here to get the info and call it his own and skew the message. Sent Tiffany over to go ahead and start pushing out information that's not factual. You guys don't think private equity has influence on what's happening today? Okay, check this out. You think he lost the debate? I'm willing to bet Charlie's words live on forever. And you don't even know the assassin's name. Charlie's words are going to live on forever. I'll be playing clips. You ever need a motivational clip? We'll go find one. But the legacy's going to live forever. You still quote MLK, right? You guys still quoting him? Good. Get ready. Get your papers and your pencils ready. Because this country eventually is going to adopt the ideology of what Charlie Kirk stood for. If not this generation, maybe the next. Make him a martyr. That's cool. That's cool. My wife said to me in fear, think about this, my wife's in fear. She said, baby, you run a podcast. You say things that people don't like. I said, yeah. She said, it could happen to you. I said, nah, baby. Nah. It could happen, you know? You don't get to call your shot. You don't get to call your day. You don't get to call your number. That's God's calling. Some people die, next to a hospital bed, and it's cancer, and they don't know why. I remember my cousin passed. He was 13 years old, and he had brainstem cancer, and I couldn't figure it out. I said, why would you take him? A lot of people have had passings in their families that they couldn't explain. I'm just forever thankful that I get to wake up and do what I do. No matter if I have money in my pocket, or if I owe money on taxes, or if I overspend on something and I wasn't prepared for it, or maybe even if I, do terrible on a video, whatever. This one time I'm doing the Relay for Life, and I'm doing these laps. And it's a fundraiser for Fight Cancer Now. You're fighting cancer, and however many laps you can do in a 24-hour span, and you're all walking for the cause. You're going to fight cancer. And I remember doing the laps with thousands of people, and where we live, it's hot as hell. It's 120 degrees, and everybody was like, man, this is so hot. It's 110 degrees, and I'm melting, and I can't move, and I got to take a break. I need some water, and they're like, we got to keep walking. You can't stop walking. We got to keep walking. We need somebody from the team to walk. And then people were complaining. And, man, I can't walk anymore. My socks are sweaty and I need new shoes and all this shit, right? So at the end of the whole event, probably like 5,000 people there. No exaggeration. And I have to give the fight back speech. I'm nominated to do this public speaking event. And I said, I know you guys are hot, and I know you're tired, but I would be even hotter and even more tired if I could have 10 more seconds with my cousin Isaiah. I don't care about the pain. I don't care about the discomfort. And you should neither. Whatever trials and tribulations you have in front of you, whether it be loss of a job, loss of a spouse, loss of wages and incomes, loss of health, you're getting unhealthy, whatever it may be, you're not Charlie's kids today. You still get to wake up and do the bullshit you've always been doing. Maybe you're not taking advantage of the life given to you, the moment given to you, the minute given to you. Maybe you're just dead scrolling right there, thumb scrolling, zombie scrolling, whatever you do. Nah. I'd give anything. Listen to me clearly. I would give anything to have another moment with the people that have passed in my life. I don't give a shit how much pain I got to go through, because they can't. For people out here to trivialize death is disgusting. Charlie Kirk, in his words and his teachings, will be passed along for decades and decades, much longer than he ever lived. The man lived a short life, but a filled life. Hey, Funnier Man. Funnier Man says in the chat, you ready, Funnier Man? Think about this. Imagine if his name wasn't Charlie. Imagine that for a second, okay? You see, I could naturally boot you, block you, delete your comment. I could do all of that. And I'll read it for TikTok so they can hear it. It says, Marantz, love your videos, but I disagree with you in regards to Charlie. Yeah. Let that sink in for a minute. A father of 2 young children and a husband was assassinated in front of his family. Could you imagine someone in your family being murdered in front of you? And then, no, I don't agree with you. Why? Because he has a different opinion? I'll say it for everybody. Fuck you. Let it happen to you. We've always said this. Let the shoe fit if it fits for you, right? Like, let it happen to you. See how you would react. You have zero empathy because his name's Charlie Kirk, because he has a different opinion. This is the problem. You're obviously on the other side of the aisle. I get it. But the fact that you're supposed to be the intolerant side, right? The tolerant side, right? No, you're intolerant. You're supposed to have compassion. You're supposed to be the nice one, the tree huggers. We care about global warming, ice caps melting, carbons, the carbon footprint, the Great Green Plan, whatever the fuck you care about. I care about people. I care about children. They're innocent. They just killed their father. And you have the audacity to come in here and say, oh, yeah, that happens every day in Gaza. Is this what you're saying? Over 40,000, he supported the people that did it. Watch this, dude. Watch this. Look, I'm still not going to mute you or block you. I'm not. I don't live in Gaza. I live in America. Say it again with me. I live in America. I live in a country that should have closed borders. I don't need anybody coming in getting anything free from me. Not when I'm the one providing everything for the people. And then you shouldn't question the way we provide it, should you? You would hate yourself. You would hate yourself for paying taxes. Oh, I pay taxes for that shit? Oh, we drop drones on people? We just kill people. It's the life we live. The hypocrisy that you're talking about means there's the door. There's the door. I'm sorry that I want to live in a civil world. Yeah, I'm not perfect. Charlie's not perfect. But it only took one moment of insanity, one moment of delirium to think that you could silence somebody by killing them. What have I told you? You kill me, all my videos are good. You kill me, every word I ever said is correct. Because you just proved the point. If I wasn't effective, then you don't kill me. It's just hot air. Kind of like how I don't block you in the chat. You're worried about people in Gaza. Hey, do me a favor. Move to fucking Gaza. Move over to Israel and let me know what you can do. Don't worry about, I got to make an impact. Be the impact. Don't just say the shit. Be it. Because I'm in America and I'm making an impact every day. I walk the streets. I educate people online about finance, education. You're watching. Don't you ever forget it. You watch me. I'm not watching you. This is my way of telling you, you get the fuck out. I don't need you here. I don't need support. I don't need a click. I don't need a view from people like you. It's Charlie Kirk or nobody. I'm ride or die. Where are we going? Whose car? What do you need me to bring? I'm there. That's it. Don't lost your fucking mind, people. Worried about a fucking religious war in another country. Take care of your borders. Take care of your house first before you start calling out other people's. Now you're telling me, oh, I love this. This is even better for you. Don't worry, TikTok. I see you guys there. School shootings happen every day. This is what I got to hear. You guys ever hear the stance on this? We're going to blame the guns, not the people. We're not going to blame the parents. I'm still waiting for parents to get arrested for school shootings. Because I've yet to see a kid get a registered gun and some ammo. How are they going to buy that? Nah, usually they take it from their parents' arsenal. You don't have it unlocked? You didn't teach your kids from right from wrong? Nah, you're just growing little devils, aren't you? This guy says now you're being too emotional. You say this is America, we can have opinions, but when I disagree with you, you go crazy. I'm not going crazy. Hold on. I'm going crazy? Hun, did I pull my firearm out? Did I start loading it? Did I just start pointing it and shooting it at random people? Because I'm going to show you the difference between crazy, right? Wouldn't that be crazy? I think that's crazy. Let me ask you something funny, man. You ever you ever worked at EPW camp? You want to talk about the people in Gaza, right? I worked at some EPW camps, bro. During wartime. Don't worry. You're going to be all right with this one, all right? Check the dates. Check the dates. I'll let you check the dates, okay? I was in the Army before 9/11 and after. So I work a little bit, right? I'm just asking you. What do you think you're told there? You think you're told, shoot anything that moves? You think you're told, hey, we got to solve this problem by killing it? No. There's Geneva Conventions. There's so many rules of engagement. There's verbal persuasion. There's physical force. There's show of force. Lethal force. You know where that's at on the list? Way at the end. But if I disagree with you, which I clearly do, I'm not going to shoot you. For these guys saying the hypocrisy, because Charlie wouldn't have cared if it were you. This is what was said. Charlie wouldn't have cared if it were you. You know, Charlie doesn't know me, but I know Charlie. That's the difference. When you get to know somebody, speak up for them. Defend them. Support them. Even when they're not around. I'd like to think this, though, Martin. Right, what's your name? Mattia, whatever the hell your name is. You know what I'd like to think? I'd like to think that this crew that I hang out with here would support me and defend me if I were assassinated. That they would tell their kids about me or tell their parents and their friends about me and say, you know what? That was a good guy right there. That's what I'd like to think. People saying a person deserves to die because they disagree with the words is effing wild. It's more than that. It's evil. Hey, Jessica. You get to go. Now, see, this is easy for me because I've never met you a day in your life. And now you can leave. It's so good. We're going to miss you, though. You're going to be missed, okay? Really. I know what it is to be a man and come home and raise a family. Yes. Yes, it's so sad, man. Charlie never be able to go home again. It's sad. Marantz, could we talk about this in Discord? If not, that's fine. Absolutely. Funnier, man. I'd love to hear people hear how idiotic and ignorant you are. I'm going to open up the Discord for anyone who wants to walk in and talk this out. Civil conversations only. Here you go. Click the link. Speak on Charlie. There you go. Yeah. They're scared of a microphone. Charlie talks on a microphone. They were scared of it. Well, guess what? I talk on one too. And I'm not scared of you. The line's open for all of you. Come on in. Let's have it out. Charlie truly isn't a nice person. He only cares about his beliefs. There you go, JoJo. I'd rather him care about his beliefs than not. Have you ever met somebody who says, I don't care? I'm too busy. I'm too broke to care about political issues. Oh, I don't care about life and religion. No. I don't even believe in God. You ever hear those guys? Real role models in this world. All right, let's do it. In the chat right now. Right off the YouTube comment section. It's pinned to the top of the chat, the Discord. We got a boy Because I Can. What's going on, Bick? What's up? Because I land took off. He took off. Said his microphone. What did he say? Don't have a mic. Got it. Yeah, I believe in something, so I won't run away from the ideas. That's Charlie Kirk. Remember that. Simulate and trade took my little thing I was going to use. It sucks, man. Oh boy. They tell me Endgame is celebrating Charlie Kirk passing. You know what? That the irony of that, huh? Endgame's a good guy for me and what we do in this movement at GameStop. But I'll tell you, I'm going to tell you guys something, okay? He doesn't live in America. Doesn't live in America. I have little to no beliefs or cares about people that live outside of America's borders. I don't care what you guys are doing in your country. Do it over there. It ain't here. I promise you. You can't just come here and talk that shit. Not gonna happen. Some people won't allow it to happen. But somebody over here is mad at the world. Hey guys, the good thing is that Charlie did what a joke. See, I didn't even read it. I didn't even read it because it wasn't worth reading. Baron. But that, I mean, you're going to find out what that was worth. Worth about 24 hours of silence. Hey, what's this guy's name again? What was the guy's name again? That asked me to open up the Discord. Right there. The funnier man. The funner man. Discord's open. It's crickets up in here. Shocker. I know. Who's going to fill his shoes and pick up the flag he carried? Unfortunately, we need a young Tim Tebow with a twist of politics and not just religion. Not fun, man. Yeah. Let me tell you something, Mr. Hendricks. Coming from a guy who actually speaks for a living, I'm going to tell you right now, no one's going to carry that torch. It's not like that. It is so hard. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, Amo. I'm not going to go that far just yet because I'm being told what was said rather than seeing it myself, but we'll talk it out. I just won't be I'm telling you right now, you can't promote hate in this chat. In this group that we're in right now, us, you promote hate, I won't talk to you. A Tim Tebow rookie card, worth keeping or selling? No, you can give it away to somebody. That's fine. You know what's crazy is that people keep trying to compare it to school shootings. Like, you don't care about school shootings. Like, every school shooting that happens, literally every school shooting that happens, and I've been numb to them at this point, they break my heart every time. It makes me second guess taking my kids to school. I'm always questioning my kids, like, hey, are there any crazies at your school? Any people who just like don't get along, or anybody who's just a sheer idiot? Like, nah, Dad, everybody's cool, man. We ain't like that. Are you sure there's no bullying? No, none of this? Nah, Dad, not our school. Okay, cool. I worry every time. It's the saddest thing you've ever seen when a school shooting happens. There's parents that drop their kids off and the kids don't come home. That is crazy. To think that somebody doesn't care about kids being shot. We all care. I want to know why nobody cares about kids being trafficked and raped, and it's okay across borders. That's the bigger fucking problem I have. And I'm not saying bigger as in, oh, it's bigger than death. That's not what I mean. The biggest problem is, why is it socially acceptable? Why is it okay? Why have we not stopped this practice? You guys want to talk about mass shootings? You guys want to talk about, that's fine. Let me tell you, I don't even own enough firearms and bullets that you could even get off. What in the state of California, you got to have 10 rounds per magazine. Guess what? I got 10 rounds, babe. That's it. But what makes me sick is that when I saw this lady who works in Oklahoma, the governor of Oklahoma, shout out to him, he said, lower the flags at half staff in memory of Charlie Kirk. Thank you, Mr. Governor of Oklahoma. But some lady who works at a hospital wrote, I'm starting to GoFundMe for the shooter. Thank you, congratulations, blah, blah, blah. All right, bitch. You do that. You do that. All you dudes do that shit. I'm telling you right now, I'm not wishing any harm on you. But I hope God has a calling for you. I really do. I hope God just loves you a little more. Because they got to get to you. God has to get to you. Has to get into your heart. The devil is everywhere. You know, they always say, you ever like go to like Vegas and they go, oh man, the nightlife in Vegas, it's Sin City. There's the devil's in there. It's in certain parts of town, you know? You ever get that? You ever get that feeling? It's on Skid Row in LA. The devil's there. It's in Chicago, Chirac. It's in DC, Baltimore. Devil's there. The devil's in certain places, guys, where the evil creeps up, right? The devil's in those places because God is everywhere. He can only be in certain places. Evil can only exist where you let it fester, where you harvest it. And I've seen liberal towns, I've seen these Democratic city mayors run it down, get rid of programs, indoctrinate the schools to teach a certain way. You guys read the verbiage on Reddit? Yeah, the verbiage of telling students that they can't talk about Charlie Kirk's death tomorrow. And that the male students are going to be very aggressive, and that the teacher's job is to make sure that they don't speak out on Charlie's words. Literally said on all these Reddit pages right now. There's a handful of teachers that need to be fired in America. When I say a handful, I'm being very facetious. Let's talk about hundreds celebrating, posting. We are living in the last generation. Prayers in the chat tonight. I have prayers for everybody, guys. And I realize that my show's not for everybody. But you know what? I stopped caring about what you think about me a long time ago. Long time ago. I think it's when I became the most freest YouTuber that I could be. My wife will tell you. My wife is like, damn, babe, you really do? I said, nah. She's like, you know, if you play the middle, you get more of this. I said, yeah, then I'm not true to who I am. You ever seen these podcasters that are afraid to have an opinion because they don't want to lose an endorsement deal? They don't want to talk on something because they don't want to lose a couple of clicks and views? That's what you're mad about? Clicks and views? In the chat right now is none other than Mind Games. Mind Games, a.k.a. Todd. What's going on, Mind Games? What's up? What's on your heart? What's on your mind? Speak on it.
Trying to flip the camera right now. For some reason, it won't flip for me.
You want to flip the camera?
What's on my mind today? What's on my mind today is that this is freaking crazy. What happened today? Give me 1 second. Let me turn it around this way.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, okay. So I was I saw this event, and it was shocking. And then I was looking around YouTube, and I saw that TMZ thing where they're sitting there trying to release the story before it is even a story, besides the shooting.
And they're cheering.
And you had Harvey,
Mm-hmm.
I guess the guy who's the director there.
Yeah, he's the one in charge.
Sitting there, yeah, the guy in charge, sitting there going, "This is so awful," and like literally changed the whole subject into, "We need to get rid of assault rifles." And so I was like, okay, whatever. And then when he was keep going and he wasn't mentioning so much about Charlie, I said, you have to get rid of these assault rifles, but what about the knife that killed the girl on the train? Oh, well, we don't need to get rid of knives because that's just draconian. And I was like, are you serious? And it just really made me so fed up because the whole process of what's going on right now is being pushed to a narrative to take away our freedom of speech, it seems like, through the process of taking away A2. Um, and the messed up thing about it is this person over here is sitting there talking about this situation and trying to get record first of him being deceased. It was really, really sad watching how there were so many people on the chat or on the comments that were either cheering it on. Like I watched your videos earlier, and it's just it's mesmerizing that we are in this situation right now. I mean, I can understand that when it comes to a stock, but when it comes to a person's life that has a wife and two kids, and that wife and those two kids don't deserve what happened to their father today, that's and then the news makes so light of it and just tries to get. I mean, he had 35,000 people watching, and that's all I saw him doing was caring about how many people were viewing. Nothing about how this is horrible. And when I mentioned something about mental health awareness, it's like, oh yeah, those programs are being taken away. Well, what are we doing about that? The subject just was all about the weapon, nothing about the situation at hand, nothing about the father, nothing about the human being. I mean, it was really sad, um, and it frustrated me because you know what I talk about, and I really haven't been coming live on my channel a lot because I'm going through a transformation right now. I'm learning some stuff, and I hope that this is okay with
Yeah, we're
you
talking,
to
bro.
share this.
Yeah, we're talking. It doesn't
Okay.
matter.
I want to say congratulations to you for working things out with YouTube, or them working it out with you.
Yeah, it's
It
going
sounded like
good.
you needed to work.
It's going good. I just,
Congratulations.
it's all a matter of working out with the family. I always consult with my wife before I want to do something with my life, and it's just something that I was born and raised with. Beliefs where we're partners in life, and we're gonna keep our decisions for the family. We communicate with each other, and I know a lot of marriages don't have that communication. And some marriages have where the man walks in and he's machismo. He just it's my world or no world, and you're gonna do what I say. And I'm the furthest thing from that. So deciding what I'm gonna do with my career as far as want to do YouTube, it's been a dream of mine for a long time. So I'm still working on that. But to get back on the subject of like mental health, and I know you touch on mental health a lot as a content creator. I think that we all hit our wall, maybe once a month. Maybe once a month you wake up and you say, I don't want to get up anymore. I don't want to make a video anymore. I don't want to stream anymore. And today was that day for me. And I say that respectfully to
Heard it in your
everyone
voice.
here. What happened for me was I have so many things to do on my checklist for what I want to do in life. And I'm going at them one at a time. And I'm like, okay, GameStop had an amazing earnings report, and everybody's clicking and everybody's watching, and the show was amazing, and I just love life, right? And then at the best times in life, like right now, when what was yesterday, and I should be so ecstatic after 5 years of holding and doing YouTube and talking, and it finally is happening, and everything's happening for the reasons, right? You guys don't know this, but I invited my dad to the live stream yesterday. I told my dad, I said, hey man, it's earnings report. I really want you to be there. I want you to give it a shot. I hope you're going to watch your boy. I'm killing it. Like, you know what I mean? I'm still a child. I'm 42 years old with 5 children and a wife and a life, but I still go to my dad and I say, hey man, I want you to watch. And he didn't watch 1 minute of my show. And it's not that he's too busy. It's that it's not important to him. What's important to me is not important to him. Sports might be important, or I guess the casino or whatever you're doing, right? And it affects me. It doesn't affect me because I don't think like I'm deserving or I need his acceptance. It has nothing to do with that. It affects me because I think about me. I think about the type of dad that I am, that if my son were to call me and say, hey, I want to do this with you, I would do it with them, no questions asked, and it'd be my first thing that I ever want to do, because all I ever want to do is be around my kids. And that's what stopped me today from going live, guys. I'm telling you something here. I was such in a funk. Ask Almo. I called Almo about this. I talked to Almo for an hour this morning about how I felt, and I didn't want to go live anymore. And I was like, I don't even care, man. I don't even want to post a video. I don't want to be around. And then I was sitting there, and Jay texted me, and Charlie's video showed up, and I was rocked to the core watching Charlie Kirk get assassinated in this video. And I went to my wife's work. I went there not dressed to be presentable or anything. I walked straight in and I go, "You got to watch this. We got to talk. I'm heartbroken right now." And she was like, "Okay." It's important to my wife when I'm heartbroken. It's important to my wife when I have an issue. That's how we've been our whole lives. And I tell her, and she's shocked, and we end up going to lunch, and we're talking, and I don't want to make videos, and I don't want to post. But then I start thinking, like, hey, Charlie's kids don't ever get to see their dad again. I could make my last video right now, and my kids would never see me tomorrow. What's the last video going to be? Is it going to be, earnings report video? Is it going to be we're talking football and sports? Or is it going to be something that I want to talk about? And that's the mental clarity I needed in the moment. And I said, I just need motivation to get back on it. And so here we go. In content creators, you have these moments where you're like, I don't even want to make a video. I don't even care. What am I going to talk about tomorrow? And unfortunately, this is something that I'm talking about, but it's just a moment of clarity for me where I'm like, okay, there are more important things in this life than GameStop. There are more important things in this life than YouTube. There are more important things in this life than what I want to eat for the day, or how I want to play video games for the day, or what I want to wear for the day, brushing my teeth, combing my hair. None of that matters. All that matters is that I'm blessed to wake up, put my 2 feet on the ground, and thank God for another day. And that's it. And I'm going to keep doing that, and I'm going to keep those prayers in my head, and I'm going to keep that point coming, because if they can take Charlie at any time, they can take anybody. And it was so heartbreaking, man. So that's my mental clarity for the day. Almo knows that I'm saying 100% the truth right now, because I called him, and that's how my life has been. So here's a question from Thick Nick. Thick Nick has a question. Thick Nick says this: are you heartbroken about children involved in the Colorado school shootings? Yeah. I've been heartbroken over kid shootings since Columbine. All right, Colorado, Sandy Hook. I've been sad about the mass shootings on Fort Hood. I'm sad about the mass shooting in Corona at a Costco a couple of years ago. I'm sad about gun violence all the time. I don't care the fact that Charlie was killed with a gun. I care the fact that Charlie was killed. Just had a young lady get stabbed in the neck in the middle of a train ride or a bus ride or whatever the hell it was.
With the train. All by herself.
And you're going to tell me, no, I'm reading the chat here, that people are not sad about death and about other killings. Absolutely we are. You're the ones that sensationalize gun death. Not us. You obviously haven't lived abroad. Man, it kills me, dude. Kills me. Mass murders happen everywhere, every time. It's evil. It's sick. They don't need a gun to do it. But if you want to control your people, take their guns away. And you can try. You can try. First guy I want to see try is this guy in a fake name and a fake picture named Thick Nick.
Exactly.
Thick Nick says, sure, buddy. Yeah, sure, buddy. You don't know what you're talking. I'm the one guy who does know. What the hell is these guys talking about? This is hilarious to me. We all wanted to quit today. Sad. This will make us stronger, Charlie, in America. Yeah, D. Hendrick. I mean, doesn't? And let me ask you: don't you? Like I because I can's here in the chat too. You can unmute yourself because I can. But
Hey, how's it going, guys?
it's heartbreaking,
If
brother.
you,
It's a heartbreaking damn night.
yeah, heartbreaking.
Yeah, I just got off a phone with two separate groups that, friend groups, and one of them was from college. Because I talked to him because I we separate majors, but he's a blue collar guy. He got into like welding. But there were guys that came back to college, from like mid 20s,
You ever tell him? You
and
ever tell him when's he gonna get a real blue collar job like plumbing? Just do that. See how he
um,
trips. He'll go crazy.
okay, I'll tell him that.
Yeah.
But I had to tell him about a situation that I got some information back in 2019. I think I told you which college I went to the second time. Rants. I don't want to say
Yeah, we're
what
good.
city, but well, what I found out was this girl tried to do a chapter of Turning Point, and um I talked to her in private and I tell her, hey, I actually know everybody in the school, even the political climate, because there was like a preacher going there against abortions, and the sergeant of the police, the campus police. I knew him because I have his card because I saw an incident and he gave me his card. I knew him personally, and he was there, and nothing happened. It was just like bunch of gatherings and people with different opinions. Thank God nothing happened. But um, she was trying to get more people to get names to support her club. And then when I talked to her, I was like, "Hey, I know the veterans group. I know the multicultural group. I know the art club and everybody. I know everybody." And to tell her the truth, she told me that none of the professors wanted to help her because you need a professor to be like a to help run the club, make sure all the votes are counted and witness and all that stuff and other stuff for college university. And none of the university wanted to help her. Staff member wanted to help her build a Turning Point USA
Yeah,
club.
you need a sponsor. Yeah, I know. Like a personal person to go with you and do it. Yeah, I get what you're saying. They need an endorsement
Yeah,
from the staff, from the faculty.
and I told my buddy about that because we kind of separated because he went to a different major, and I told him about it an hour ago, and I told him that, and he was surprised that that's the climate of the whole college. And then I try to help the girl because I was like, I may know some professors. They're usually blue collar professor like HVAC because there was a associate for HVAC or something. He wasn't there that day, but yeah, that was the thing I was telling him about Turning Point USA, and because there's I talked to like Latinos, and they see it like a school shooting because it happened in university. But it's just sad that these children will not see their father again, and you know, um, I felt like the political climate kind of cooled down like on Monday because a lot of the like protests and riots happened like 10 years ago, and then out of nowhere this happened, and some people stop following, and a lot of things cool down after COVID, and people just go back on the grind since everything opened up. And like I said, it's kind of hard looking at his picture of his family. One day he's here, and the next day he's gone.
Yeah, it's
And
absolutely heartbreaking.
it is. I have other groups that are more heartbroken. Some people are kind of livid, and it's kind of it's a these moments where being a private person gives you like a barrier of from these incidents, because I told you my situation in the past, and
Yeah.
I kind of like people are more honest because of how like a minority I am, but I don't speak different languages,
Yeah.
and like the real personality comes out from them, what they talk in like in
Yeah.
closed doors, and like you say, a dog in a fight because you're brown. I fully understand that, Marantz. Who met me. and you know,
Yeah,
and I try to.
think about it though. Like if you don't speak Spanish, then you might feel like, hey, you're left out in the crew. But the truth is, you guys all end up on the same side of the team. It doesn't matter because they're going to treat you a certain way. And not to cut you off on this, but we had somebody say something here on TikTok that because I'm over here messing around with my lighting as this going on. But
Yeah, what this guy said.
well, they said, Charlie isn't a nice person. He only cares about his own beliefs. And the next person said, how do you know this? Do you know him personally? Yeah, I agree with that. But people's observations can be true. That's not the problem. That's not the issue here. I wouldn't care if the individual is the most self-centered, egotistical asshole, overbearing. I wouldn't care about any of that. They don't deserve to get assassinated in front of their family.
No, they don't.
And when they find this person, when they find the person who did it, and they all claim they can't find it, or there's no witnesses, or they couldn't find him, he's running, all this bullshit. I don't want to hear it. When they find him, and they already put out there in the press that Utah still has the death penalty. So, what do they still have public death penalty? Because that's what they just did to my man Charlie, and it was so unfortunate. This is the worst assassination I've seen since the videos I've seen Kennedy. The thing with Kennedy, just so that we're very clear, it's a grainy video, and it is just as bad. But for people to say it's not on that level, then they're not valuing life. A life is a life. And when you see it happen like this, it's tragic. And it happened to a good man. And it really hurts.
Because to tell the truth, in the Latino community, and I talk to them, they feel like there's a growing mistrust of people. Like, if you're like, oh, like, you're a woke person, they don't trust you because you don't know. We don't know what you're gonna do. We don't know one day you're gonna just freak out and just be, tripping out because, people move the wrong way, you walk different or something like that. That's how they feel because this guy's just a family man. Because all they saw was a family man. How can I say this? They saw a padre die who really cares about his kids.
Think about
and
it like
that's how they feel.
Yeah, but think about it like this: what Challenger's saying, they killed him at a school, and
Yeah.
For people not to understand that the people in college are kids. You're a kid. You're 18, you're 19, you're 20, you're 21, you're 22, 23. You're a child. You don't know your elbow from your asshole. I'm sorry to tell you. You don't. You learn life as you live it. Everybody makes mistakes as they continue to live it. They'll be in their 40s and 50s and 60s. You'll start your second career. You'll have to fix something that you messed up a long time ago. You have to apologize for relationships you ruined. There's going to be a day where I go up to my brother and I tell you, I'm so sorry, bro, that we acted so stupid with each other. I love you. And you know what? It was my fault, bro. And be the bigger man, take the hit. That day's today. Fuck tomorrow. I don't need tomorrow. I need now. Rico knows. My brother, Rico. I love you. I'm sorry for anything that we've ever gone through online. I don't care. It's all bullshit. It's all banter. I love you, bro. You're a father of 4 children. I'm a father of 5, and I want the best for this world. I don't want us to be targets of each other and or to other men. We're good men. We're solid men. We did the right things in life to be where we are today. I'm sorry, bro. I love you. And for whatever I've done, if I can unblock myself, if I could say I'm sorry to your face, I would do it. I don't care, man. I don't care what you said about my kids. I don't care what I've said or the truth and the lies. I don't care about any of it. It's not even worth crying about. It's not even worth talking about. I'm telling you now, it's life or not. And I'd rather live a life that has a whole lot of truth, a whole lot of motivation. And that's what I'm going to do. So I love you guys. I'm sorry for everything. And for Thick Nick, Thick, it's guys like you that make me want to show up the next day and the next day and the next day. Just remember.
Can I interact with something? Can I say something really quick?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
So before I came here, I was looking at it was probably like an hour ago, I was looking at some of the lives. There was actually somebody that was on here with a phone number to call, said karma to or for karma for Charlie Kirk, and having people calling up and saying all the things that they despised about this person. I don't even think that YouTube shut them down. It's sickening that we are in a time right now where it's gotten to the point where we have so much chaos going on, which is the division, and that's what the evil thrives on, is the division. We will not fall unless we are divided. When we are united, we are the strongest. Doesn't matter what color, race, religion, any of that. It's about the division. They want us to be divided. They don't want us to be aligned. And by doing this at a school, like you were saying earlier, by doing this at a school, it puts the impression in these young kids' minds that this is what they have to look forward to, and they have to be guarded. And the teachers, the professors are professing, they're actually there teaching these kids how not to have an emotion towards somebody that just got shot in front of them. And the first guy who got caught was sitting there, goes, I know my Miranda rights. Like, not even like, there was people there that were literally saying, I'm the one who did it. And it's so crazy that we're at this point in time where the chaos has gotten to be so much. My background, I'm Jewish. So if we go look at the Hebrew calendar, it's 5,785. It's going to be 5,786 this month, okay? Because Yom Kippur and Rosh Hashanah is happening this month. That means that in the Jewish calendar, they believe that the Messiah is going to come in year 6,000. How many more years do you think we have? We have 2,014 more years. Oh, sorry, 214 more years. Now, these are the acts. If we notice that last year we had a lot of people talking about the red heifers being sacrificed in Israel, this was going to be bringing the actual coming of the Messiah. And so this is not about religion, but this is about the division that everybody in different parts of the world, in different parts of our country, are trying to make us believe and incite us to have this rage. I mean, for anybody to want somebody to die, or even be grateful that this happened, it's more than evil. I mean, these people like don't even understand. And like you were saying before, like in one of your videos, for these people to say it, they'll have to answer to God. They will have to answer to God, and they'll have to answer to Charlie Kirk because he's in heaven. You're right.
I said they got to answer to Charlie because he's right next to God.
Yeah.
I told my wife, I said, that man's a saint, babe. I'm telling you. This is why when somebody asked me, who's going to replace his voice in the leadership in the conservative movement, I said, absolutely nobody. You just keep playing his clips and run them back. That's all you got to do. Hit him on repeat, bros. Nobody speaks like him. Nobody knows what he knows. He is so well versed in Christianity, in the family goals of life and love, that you could never duplicate what he does. And why do you think there's not another Martin Luther King? Why do you think people say, oh, you just like Martin, you just like Malcolm X, you're just like JFK, you're just like Barack Obama? Well, I'm telling you right now, someone who's so eloquent, educated, and full of vigor. Charlie Kirk, guys, rest in peace. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. I know it's late. I know the guy who said, throw me on the Discord and I'll jump on, never did jump on. I will tell you, Simon, Deus Vox, and that is the voice of God in Latin. Remember that, guys. Love you guys so much. It's GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. It's Charlie Kirk till the day I die.
Love you, Charlie. Love you, the family.
And
peace out, guys. Everybody,
thank
you.
Good night, because
Sharon, Amber, be safe. Sergio C, what's up, man? Big Spot Killer, see you around. Big Chungus, you're a funny man. Einstein, man, when I feel like I'm going tinfoil, you're always there for me. Jay, hashtag no sleep. Michael Benuti, good luck being a moderator on with Dynamite's playing. Challenger, you're always like the the funny old man. That's the way I see you. Spenikin, good luck, buddy. Alma, you know, great job being around. Kyoto, top Shonen, doing a great job, always hardworking. Keeper of the wheel.
Forever, bro.
Ruben, you're my favorite mod. Posco, I need your hat for nice shirts. Down the line, hey Tro, man, working with you was, partnering with you is the best, man. If you need to use my image for your
My image.
your new video, go ahead, man. And anybody who I didn't say, I appreciate everybody in this community.
Yeah, we got
Thank
a
you,
different
everybody.
family here. We got a different family. Thank you, Vic. I appreciate you because I
And
can.
Rant,
Yeah, what's up, bro?
you know me, prayers
sir.
and safety for you and your family.
Appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Peace out.
Blessings and divine guidance.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys again. Good night there. Mind Games. I appreciate you, Todd. You know that. So if you need anything, let me know. All right. All right, guys. I'm gonna check out of the Discord because that fool never showed up. I'm chilling in the cut right now. No stock talk tonight. Sorry, I'm not in the mood for it. I'm not in the mood to do the homework for it. I'm in the mood to go hug my kids. Go hug my kids and tell my wife I love her. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Tonight was not a good night. Remember the heroes, guys. Remember the heroes. There's only so many. Peace.